Okay. Hello, everybody. Friends, Romans, and countrymen. How are you all doing? I'm here just for a moment of your time, not long, not much, just a little. And so, but what's going on right now? You wonder what's going on right now. I created this chicken. Now, see, first I showed you how I started making one out of felt. Wait a minute. It's just a second here. This, let's see, which one was the first one? Hmm. This was the first one. I was making that little girl out of felt on that piece of paper. Not paper, it's fabric. I put it on that piece of fabric. And I made that on. Okay, dear. I made it on a video, and then I remembered I didn't give her a beak. So how in the heck is she gonna eat? So after I put the that stuff over the top, then I put the beak on. So she does have a beak now. And then I made two more. I made this one. She looks different, doesn't she? She's different. And then I made this one. So they're all different. They're all different. So then I just sewed the three together. For what reason? I don't know. I just think they're pretty. I had them hanging up here on this bulletin board, and see, they look fine just hanging right up there on that bulletin board. And then I thought, well, I want to make a 3D chicken. Where'd you, where'd you, oh, there she is, right by the snake. So this is what I have so far. I cut out two pieces of this brown fabric, one for the front, one for the back. And I didn't have no pattern or nothing. And so I just like a half an hourglass. So she'd have that sort of hourglass figure. And then on her back side, I have this felt that I got from Plans and Procrastinations. She sent me a lot of scraps of felt. Felted wool is what it is. Felted wool. And it's like thick stuff. So I cut me out. Well, this is a different piece, but this piece is off of here. This feather is off of this piece. But then I just cut them just haphazardly. I just cut it. And then this one stitched all the way on. But these ones I just stitched up at the top so that they kind of flip up like little feathers. And so I think she's just beautiful. I do love her. And so then once and then on her front, I stitched on this here piece of lace because she wanted to go somewhere fancy. And so somewhere fancy. And then I made some of these here feet. Well, yeah, they're probably supposed to be kind of yellow or orange, but she walked through the broccoli, turned her feet green. And so I gave her some green, and that's that thick felt too, that felted wool. And so it's two layers, and that made a perfect thickness for her little feet. And I stitched it together with red, just because that's what was on the needle. And so, yeah, she stitched together all with the red. And then I made, you know what I did? I made two, just like if I was making, a yo-yo, the yo-yos. But instead, I made them out of white felt, thin felt, and then I stuffed them before I stuffed them. And then I sewed the two eyeballs together. And then once I had them eyeballs, I didn't put them on yet. See, I just put them, she said headless for a few hours till I got the eyeballs put together. Then I made the shape of a beak out of yellow. That beak looks a little better than those other ones, but my chickens all have different kind of beaks. And so I stitched the beak. I put the two eyeballs together and stitched the beak. They still weren't stuck to her body. And then I made the waddle. This is the waddle down here. Waddle, 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 you know. Turkeys have them too. And so I put that on the bottom of the beak then. Then I said, okay, well now she's going to need her comb. That's the comb up here. So I just cut out a size like a 3 lumped heart, and I boom, 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 and I stitched that all together and stuffed it, and then so I and then I just stuffed it in between the two eyes there, and I stitched them all together. Down here, I did that with white thread. I'm gonna get a red marker, and I'm gonna just color that white thread to red under here so it doesn't look all white. And then when I stitched these together, I mean, it was a little round at the top there. Well, then when I stitched it together, I stitched it together this way, so it was folded in half this way. And then I was able to get that whole headpiece up on top of her. And then these eyeballs, those are actually black flowers. I had little black flowers in my treasure box here, and I pulled them out and I put them on there for her little eyeballs. And I think they look nice. And then in my I got some bracelets, just just a bunch of bracelets. Well, I took out just a couple of these little things to give her some neck wear, so she'd have a little bit of um, pizzazz. She needs that. Well, then well, it's not my mother-in-law, my son's mother, Bianca's mother. She hasn't even seen this chicken and she wants it for a friend of hers that collects chickens. Well, she hasn't seen it, so I don't know if she's thinking that because Bianca told her I made this here chicken, and but I don't know if Miss Gigi is what her name is actually. It's not Gigi, but that's what the grandchildren call her. And I don't know if she realizes how whimsical it is. She might think it's going to be a chicken that looks like a chicken. Well, it's not a chicken that looks like a chicken. Well, it looks chicken that looks like my kind of chicken. And so, yeah. So, but I want to give her a little bit more. Let's see. I got her down here, and I feel as well. For one thing, I'm gonna stitch her waddle down here. Oh, I'm gonna stitch her waddle down here to her belly so it stays put. I don't want it to go anywhere. But then I also feel like I want to maybe out of my treasure box here, I've got like little flowers and stuff. Well, I was thinking first that I would take this little piece of, I don't want to do her up too much. I'm not the type that thinks you can do anything up too much. But I'm wondering if I go all the way. See, when you don't have a pattern or a plan, you can do anything you want. But I'm thinking about stitching this across the bottom. Do I want to do that, or would that not be good? I'm not sure yet. Or I could I've got like, let me reach down into the bottom. If I reach in the bottom, let's see what I come out with. And I'll lose my little treasure box. But see, I could take like just maybe, oh, I wonder if I would want to do that. Just take a couple of little bows and put those. Oh, I think I might like that. Do I want matching bows or unmatching? Well, in my real life, I don't have anything matching. I don't really care about matching. Look at this, how pretty that is. What if I put this little flower up here? I don't know. Wait a minute. Just let me think a minute. Let me give this some inner thoughts. Look at all this beauty. Just look at. Just feast your eyes upon the beauty. Or I wonder if, let's see, this would be 2 red bows, and that would be I'm not going with that. Can't go with the red. Well, what if we go with? I like the yellow. The yellow is nice and bright, and I like nice and bright. You know, nice and bright is nice and bright. And so, what if I do? Oh, purple. Get out of town with that. Okay. No, they're definitely going to be two colors. I am definitely going to do that, but two colors. Yeah. What do y'all think? Two colors. What do you think, Miss Chicken? Do you like two colors? You do? Oh, okay. Well, then that's what it's going to be. She wants two colors. She let me know. And now you all might not have a um a close relationship with your chickens, but and then maybe we could put a little flower up there on her little eyes. What do you think? I don't know, but oh, wait a minute. I'm showing you this here is called stuff. It's not a mess. It's just stuff. Okay. But no, this here color though is just not bright enough. I want more. I want more than that up there. So let me see if I can find orange. Orange. Let's see. Maybe orange. Well, maybe, baby, that we could put hmm, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. What if we put this bow here? Oh, maybe a bow, and then maybe a flower can be in the middle of the bow. I could hot glue that on, but I just don't like to hot glue. I feel like if I'm hot gluing, I'm cheating. Although I could. I could. What the heck? I could cheat a little bit with hot glue. Nothing on here is hot glued yet. It's all been, huh. Well, if I do that, and then if I do that, I'm definitely going to stitch this down to here. Okay. But then when I'm on the back here with her tail feathers, what if I put, look at this, I'm just into these flowers right at this moment. And if I put a flower at the end of each one of the feathers, oh, no way, that would be so awesome. Because I think she needs doodads and whatchamacallits and thingamajigs all the way around. Okay, how will I do this? How? I know, I hear y'all. I hear y'all. But I hear you. I got to get these strings off of here. I don't need those on there. Because that, just take them off of there. There, now they're off. So that's better now. I don't need them strings. But I could actually, in all actuality, what if I put a bow? Oh, I got red. What if I put a red bow here? That's what I need to do. Put a red bow there and then one on the other side, and that'll hide that stitching. Yes, I'm going to get out my hot glue gun. I think it's right down here, yonder. Right down here, yonder. I think if I pull, oh, no, wait. I am. Can I pause this for a minute till my glue gun? Where'd Papa go? Papa go. Papa. Okay, I'm going to see if I can pause this for a minute. Let's see, is there a pause? Oh, here's a pause. Okay, I'll be right back.